So in this video we're going to look at using the Zotero browser extension. So the first thing is when you're adding references in this way, you need to have the software Zotero open, and it's very important that you have it open within the folder that you want to save the references to. So here I've got this test 2017 folder open. So now if I go to my browser, I've been looking at an architecture kind of resource, and I found a journal article here. So the connector sits in the top corner there, and it's saying save to Zotero. So it's got a white paper on, which means it's an article. So if I press that, I get this little thing in the bottom corner. It's saving the reference into my folder there. So and if I go to a different source, like here I'm on Amazon, it's shown up a little book icon. So again, I can click that and it will save it through. For example, here I'm on the TED Talks website, and it's showing a little video, a kind of icon, so that's recognizing it as a film or a video, and it's saving it for me. If I go to a news website, I get like a little a newspaper icon. So you'll see different icons as you go onto different web pages. If you ever see an icon like this is just, this blue page means it's a web page. But as you can see, this is actually a YouTube video. Sometimes you'll get this blue page, so it will try and save it as a web page. But what you can do is, if you refresh the screen, it might be that it just hasn't kind of loaded properly. And there, I've refreshed it, and it's now showing the film icon to save it to as a film. But if you get that blue icon, if when you refresh the page it doesn't change, it just means that you'll have to probably add some of the details in yourself. But if I go now back to the Zotero library, I can see that I've got my references saved here. I've got 2 video recordings, a newspaper, journal article, and a book. So it's always important just to double check the information in there, just to make sure you've got all the fields and everything correct. So with this website, it's just bringing up this blue page icon, which is suggesting it's a website, but it also means the likelihood is it hasn't found all of the data required to make a proper reference. So if I click on that and save it, when I go to have a look at it in Zotero, so the important thing is, when you're using software like this, is that you have all of the fields required to make the reference. So in the UCA Harvard style, it says we need a title, which we've got, an author, which we don't have, so we can put that in. We also need the date that it was produced, which it hasn't found, so I'll put in 2017. We need the URL and the date accessed. So it's always important when you save records into your library just to double check that you've got all of the required information to make a reference.